Hi, my name is Esther Bankyu. I'm a graduate of mass communication from Bowen University. I am a fashion designer. I make clothes for pregnant women and nursing mothers. Wow, fashion for me has been really like inborn, so to say, because right from when I was young, there was this auntie that was staying with us, and my parents wanted her to learn fashion, but for some reason she was not just interested, and so I would sketch out the stuff she would design for me. I would do some sketches of clothes I wanted for Christmas and give it to her, but she was not just interested, so she wasn't sewing them, and then I just piled them up in a corner. And so when I got to GS3, during my GS3 holiday, the long holiday, I came home and I told my parents I want to go and learn fashion designing, and my mom was like, really? I said, yes, that's what I want to do. So she said, okay, no problem. And then I went to this church member of mine. She trained me for that, I think about 6 months. And then by the time I went back to school, I stopped sewing till I got to my final year. And so by the time I got to my final year in the university, I had just 4 courses, and then I just decided to split the time. So the time I had for lectures, I would go for lectures, and then the times I was free, I would learn from my tailor who used to sew for me in school. And so that was how I started. And then when I went for my service year, I went to a fashion school properly, and then I learned, and then we're here today. Okay, I started my business in January 1st 2017. That was last year. Yeah, so I think we're reaching 2 years in business, like officially in business. Okay, well, there's something people can never do without: clothes, food, house, and then some other things. So you can't walk naked except something is wrong upstairs. So the major impact we've been making in this business is actually to clothe people. And like I said at the beginning, I make clothes for pregnant women and nursing mothers. So we have been trying to make pregnant women feel okay, feel better with what they wear. It's not just about looking for any big clothes to wear just because you're pregnant. Look good, look fashionable. And so we believe that this has impacted some pregnant women, or the ones we have worked with. Basically, it has boosted their their self-esteem, their confidence. Everybody loves to look good, and so we do that here. One major problem we are facing is the fact that we're in Africa, and so a lot of people love to hide pregnancy. So once they are pregnant, you don't see their pictures on social media, you don't see them anywhere, just the very important places they go to. So they just hide and hide and hide. So that way you don't know who to you don't know when to say, oh yeah, come and buy clothes, let me make clothes for you. Most of the time we have to go to places where they are in their numbers, especially maternity sessions in the hospital. So we'll go there, talk to them, and at first a lot of them will even be like, I don't know you, this one. Everybody is afraid. Everybody wants to protect their child, their unborn babies and all that. So that's actually a major challenge. Okay, first I think there is little or no collaborations in Nigeria fashion industry. Everybody wants to be on their own. Everybody wants to show that they know everything on their own, which is not necessarily so. If you look at a lot of these developed countries, you find out that most of the time some fashion designers come together, do a lot of things together, and then the success is bigger. But in Africa, by the time you're trying here, especially in Nigeria, when you're trying to call a fashion designer, come, can we collaborate and do this and this, and then you know they start looking at you like, maybe you want to steal my gain, or you want to steal my customers, you know, stuff like that. So I think the Nigerian fashion industry should really address the issue of collaborations. When we collaborate together, it gets better and bigger for both parties, basically. And then training, a lot of people do not go through proper training, and so by the time they start out, you know, they spoil a lot of customers' clothes, do a lot of, you know, things that they're not supposed to do. So when we get proper training in the Nigerian fashion industry and then good collaborations, I think we'll do well. Okay, like I said, we're still growing, so to say, and so we're still trying to venture into ready-to-wear full-time. So we don't need to look for people to say, oh, come, let me sew for you, you know, all the sew to measure kind of clothes. We hope to expand soon into a ready-to-wear line where you just place orders and then you get, we make bulk productions, and then you just get your size, order, and then we deliver. And then later we may expand into baby wears too, because a pregnant woman, a nursing mothers, all are looking forward to taking care of a baby, so to say. So baby wears too. Okay, I'm very passionate about God. I'm a Christian, and I'm very passionate about God. I'm also very passionate about family and friends. Like, I love to have the people I love so much around me. I'm very passionate about that. Then I'm also passionate about women and girl child, especially the girl child. There's a lot happening everywhere as regards insecurity for the girl child, especially. Now, I'm not trying to say the boy child is not being maltreated or malhandled. Yes, in fact it's everywhere, but I'm very passionate about seeing the girl child being protected from wicked uncles, wicked fathers, or whatsoever that, you know, abuse them sexually at a very young age. Why steal the childhood of a little girl just because of a temporary pleasure you want to have with her? If you really want it that bad, go for prostitutes. They are everywhere, I think. So I'm very passionate about girl child, and I hope to start something very soon as regards that, by God's grace. But Afdec, yeah, I met her through Afdec. You know, we went for the training together, and you know, she was so humble. Everybody there was, you know, we're all young. Most of us were young, and you know, upcoming fashion designers looking forward to, you know, starting a career in fashion. But this is Mrs. Smith. She had already gone far. I think as at then she said she was already into the business for about 20 years, and she still came and sat with us under the same class, and then you know, she was learning with us all. And so when I was to come back to Ibadan, I followed her down to Ibadan. So we got talking, and then she told me more about her brand. She told me more about herself, and you know, I really loved the way she communicated, the way she was so passionate about passing knowledge to people. And so when I got back to Ibadan after my service here, I went to her for another 3-month training, and it was awesome. She's a woman with a very large heart. Yeah. Okay, like I said, she's a woman with a very large heart. She's always ready. Like, you can message her or call her anytime. She is always ready to, you know, talk to you, put sense into your head, and make sure that you do the right thing. You know, I could remember a time when I was confused about some things, and then I called her up, and then she gave me her own candid advice. You know, she's this kind of a person that she's looking out for your own good, not necessarily what you would do for her. She's looking out for your own good. And then there was this program we attended at, I think, Meet a Mentor, and then I heard her telling people that I am open for mentoring, and I was like, wow. A lot of people in her stage or where she has gotten to will be forming, please, I don't want too many people around me. You want to talk to me, talk to my PA. But I heard her saying to people that I am open for mentoring, and I was like, wow, this woman indeed has a very large heart. So she has really impacted me. There are many times I've been confused. I spoke to her, and she helped me to bring out clarity into the whole situation, and it was awesome talking to her. It has always been awesome talking to her. Yes. Yeah, so my message to her is happy birthday to you. I want you to know that from the bottom of my heart, I really love you, and your life has been a blessing to me, a huge blessing to me, and I pray that from now, generations to come, we still look at you and call you blessed. Thank you very much for all you do, ma.